Good morning, cadets. Today we will learn about the physical significance of the electric dipoles. So we have learned the electric field along the axis of an electric dipole and electric field along a point on the equatorial plane, on the equatorial line of an electric dipole. Now the question arises, why should we study about electric dipole? That is what the physical significance of electric dipoles. When we look at the molecules, there are certain molecules in which the centers of positive charges and the negative charges coincide. When the centers of positive charges and the negative side charges coincide, such molecules do not have any dipole moment. And such molecules which do not have dipole moment means when their negative charge center and positive charge centers are not separated by a fixed distance, we say that they do not have their dipole moment. Such molecules are called as non-polar molecules. So there are two types of molecules, non-polar and polar. Non-polar molecules, examples, the examples we will study: CO2, CH4, etc. If you draw the structure of CO2, you will get this kind of structure. So, positive charge center and negative charge center of this CO2 lie at a common point. So, you can see here the positive charge center and negative charge center, they lie at a common point. So such a molecule in which the charge centers are not separated, such molecules are called non-polar molecules. Another example is CH4. CH4. So again, positive charge center and negative charge center are present at C. Positive charge center and the negative charge centers, they coincide at a point. Such molecules do not possess dipole moment. So we will write non-polar molecules are molecules in which the positive charge centers and negative charge centers coincide at a point. Coincide at a common point. So they do not behave like dipoles. Hence, their dipole moments are 0. So, carbon dioxide and methane are the examples of non-polar molecules. You are learning such type of molecules in detail in chemistry also, right? Now, the question arises, what are polar molecules? Although they don't have any dipole moments, see, non-polar molecules don't have dipole moments because their positive charge centers and negative charge centers coincide at a common point. So, as a result, the dipole moment is 0. But when such molecules are kept in an external electric field, they start possessing dipole moment. Their charge centers start separating. When their charge centers start separating, they start possessing dipole moment. So, such molecules behave very interestingly when they are placed in external electric field. They start possessing dipole moment when they are kept in an external electric field, right? So such molecules are called as non-polar molecules. And another type of molecules are polar molecules. Polar molecules are those molecules in which already there exists a distance between the charge centers. The positive charge centers and the negative charge centers are separated by a fixed distance. Such molecules wherein the positive charge centers and the negative charge centers are separated by fixed distance are called polar molecules. And these polar molecules are already possessing their dipole moments because their charge centers are separated by a fixed distance. So such molecules are called polar molecules. Examples for polar molecules are H2O. H2O is an example of polar molecule, and you can write HCl, NaCl, HCl, H2O. So in this case, if you observe, the H plus, they have common center here. So this becomes the center of positive charges, and O minus will be having center of positive charges at oxygen, at nascent oxygen, that is at oxygen ion. Therefore, this positive charge center is at the center of H++ ions, and the negative charge center is at the center of oxygen. Therefore, there is dipole moment already. So this dipole moment you can point it from negative charge center to positive charge center, and such molecules are called polar molecules. So H2O is a polar molecule. In the same way, H plus and Cl minus, this is also a polar molecule. So you can see here the polar, they are already possessing dipole moment. So we can write what are polar molecules. The molecules in which the positive charge centers and negative charge centers are separated by a fixed distance, are already separated by a fixed distance. Such molecules are called polar molecules, and thus they possess their permanent dipole moments. These are called as polar molecules. Okay. So non-polar molecules are the one whose dipole moments are zero. The dipole moments of non-polar molecules are zero, whereas the dipole moments of polar molecules are non-zero. So polar molecules possess non-zero dipole moments. So when such polar molecules like water or HCl or any other such polar molecules are kept in an external electric field, suddenly the dipole moments of these substances, they orient with respect to the direction of electric field, and thus they will possess a property called as polarization. So they undergo polarization immediately and they respond according to the external electric field. Here the charge separation of the molecules take place. In the case of non-polar molecules, they do not have dipole moment. They do not have dipole moment. So when they are kept in an external electric field, the charge centers start separating according to the polarity of the external electric field. As a result, they start possessing their dipole moment in the presence of external electric field. So that will lead to the property of what is known as dielectricity, dielectric property. So that dielectric property and the property of dielectricity we are going to learn a little later, and that's why these are called as dielectric medium. They are especially non-polar and polar molecules. They possess their own constant called as dielectric constant, which we are going to learn a little later. Okay, so that's why it's very essential to know about the properties of electric dipole, and this is the significance of electric dipole. To know the properties of polar and non-polar molecules and how do they behave in an external electric field, and how do they permit the electric flux or electric field lines through their medium. To understand these electric properties of the materials, we need to know about the dipoles. That is the physical significance of electric dipoles. Okay, now we will solve some problems. One problem based on electric dipole. Let us solve a problem. Two charges plus 10 microcoulomb and minus 10 microcoulomb. Two charges plus 10 microcoulomb minus 10 microcoulomb are placed 5 mm apart. 10 microcoulomb minus 10 microcoulomb are placed 5 mm apart. They act like a dipole. It acts like a dipole system. Determine the electric field at a point on the axis of the dipole. Determine the electric field at a point on the axis of the dipole 15 cm away from its center O. If this is the midpoint of dipole O, if the point P is present at 15 cm from the midpoint on the axial line, along the axis, on the axial line of the dipole, find the electric field. This is first problem. Second problem is, find the electric field at a point Q 15 cm away from O on a line passing through the O and normal to the axis of the dipole. Normal to the axis of the dipole means you have to draw perpendicular, and this normal to the axis of the dipole and perpendicular to the axis of the dipole and bisects the dipole into two halves. That line is called as equatorial line. So you are required to find out electric field due to this dipole on the equatorial line at a distance again 15 cm from the midpoint. That is second point. Second problem. Let us solve the first problem. Electric field. Electric field on the axial line and P on the axial line of the dipole. E axial, we have already derived this. E axial is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into 2p divided by r square minus a square. Here you see this is the equatorial line. I have not drawn properly. Okay, we will draw it later. Okay, so if this is a length 2a is given here 5 mm. That is dipole length, dipole axis 2a, right? So half length will be a each, and this a is 2.5 mm, right? So here, if this is the distance r, then we know the equation r square minus a square whole raised to 2 into r, and we know the value of r 15 cm, a is 2.5 mm, and dipole moment we need to calculate, or you can just substitute here, where P is called dipole moment dipole moment P is equal to 2AQ, where 2A is 2 into 2.5. That is 2A is 5. Directly you can write 2A is 5. You need not write 2 into A. So directly you can write 5. You can write 5 times the charge. Charge is 10 into 10 raised to minus 6. Magnitude of the charge 10 microcoulomb, 10 into 10 raised to minus 6. So this becomes dipole moment, which is measured as coulomb meter. So coulomb meter is the SI unit of dipole moment. So this becomes 5 into 10 raised to minus 5. 5 into 10 raised to minus 5 coulomb meter. So this I can directly make use here. And R is equal to 15 centimeter. 15 centimeter can be written as 15 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. And A is half of 2A. A is half of 5, that is 2.5 millimeter. 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. So I am expressing everything in SI unit. And we know this value 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. So substituting this, we get 9 into 10 raised to 9. This is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2 times P. 2 times P. 2 into 5 into 10 raised to minus 5. 5 into 10 raised to minus 5 into R. R is 15 centimeter. 15 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter divided by R square minus A square. So we can write it as 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. 15 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So we can write it as 15 into 10 to the power of minus 2 minus R square minus 4 square. So square of this is R square minus A square. A square is 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 whole square of this. So if you work it out, if you calculate this comes out to be 2.6, 2.7 into 10 to the power of 5. 2.7 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per coulomb. Newton per coulomb along B. Along vector P. That is along vector P. Vector P you can see here. It is always directed from negative charge to positive charge. So the electric field is directed along P. So it is directed along BP or along BP. So this is the axial field. Electric field on the axial line of the dipole. Now, if we consider this dipole as a short dipole, we know short dipole or a point dipole is the one for which the distance of the point under consideration is very long compared to the dipole length. See, the distance from the midpoint is 15 centimeter, whereas the dipole length is half centimeter. The dipole length is 5 millimeter, that is half centimeter. So 5 millimeter is very less compared to 15 centimeter of length. So there is no harm in assuming that this dipole as a point dipole or a short dipole. So we know what is the electric field due to a short dipole. Let us write the equation for electric field due to short dipole. Same equation if we write for electric field. Along the axis of short dipole. Short dipole is the one wherein R is very much greater than A, or R is very much greater than 2A. Such a dipole is called as short dipole. So we can now note down for short dipole. So we'll write the equation for electric field along the axis of a short dipole. The short dipole is the one for which the distance R is very much greater than the dipole length 2A or dipole half dipole length A. So E axial for short dipole is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon 2 times P divided by R cube. So this is very easy to remember. 2P by R cube. We know P, we know R, just substitute, we get the result. So 9 into 10 to the power 9, that is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon into 2 into P. P is already recorded 5 into 10 to the power of minus 5 whole divided by R cube. R is 15 centimeter. 15 cube into 10 to the power of minus 2. 10 to the power of minus 2 whole cube. 10 to the power of minus 2 whole cube becomes 10 to the power of minus 6. So if you just work it out, interestingly, we get the result to be almost same. That is 2.6 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per coulomb along BP, or along the direction of dipole moment. So this is for axial line. In the same way, now we can find out for a point on the equatorial line. For a point on the equatorial line, suppose this is the point on the equatorial line passing to the midpoint and normal to the dipole length. At this point, let us say this point is Q. So this point is at a point Q. Yes, this point is Q, and this distance is again R equal to 15 centimeter. So at this point, if you are asked to find out electric field, now I can very easily find out. So E equatorial. E equatorial, I will write the equation, is 1 by 4 pi epsilon, yes, P times R square plus A square raised to 3 by 2. But here it is equal to minus this one. The minus sign signifies that the electric field is in the opposite direction of the dipole moment P. Electric field is in the opposite direction of vector P, right? So if we calculate this comes out to be again about 1.33. It comes out to be about 1.33 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per coulomb by substituting all these values. So if we consider the dipole to be short dipole, for short dipole is the one in which R is very much greater than A. We know E equatorial is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon with the negative sign here, P by R cube. This is very simple, where A square is ignored. So P by R cube. If you work it out, already we have got 2P by R cube. So here it is P by R cube. Means this is half of the value of this. So this comes to be half of 2.6. That becomes 1.3. 1.3 is 10 to the power of 5 Newton per coulomb. Opposite to dipole moment vector. So if this is the dipole moment vector, which is from negative charge to positive charge, so it is opposite. The electric field here, E equatorial, is opposite to this. It is in this direction. Whereas on the axial line, it is along the axis, along the direction of dipole moment, where it is opposite to the direction of the dipole moment P. So thus we conclude here, E axial magnitude of E axial is equal to 2 times the magnitude of E equatorial. So if we remember these equations for equatorial line and the axial line, so the numerical problems become simple. Okay, we'll go ahead with this in the next